Good morning and welcome to your Wallops weather briefing. Well, we finished up the month of March, finished up the month of February, beginning March today with milder temperatures than normal. We've seen temperatures in the 50s today, but some cooler weather arriving tomorrow as we'll see a very strong system moving through our region. We saw temperatures much warmer in the month of February than normal. Actually, we broke a record here at Wallops for the warmest February on record, about 8.5 degrees above normal. And as for the 3 months of December, January, and February, coming in with above normal temperatures by about 1.5 degrees. Taking a look at yesterday's temperatures throughout the region, we saw temperatures generally in the low 60s for daytime highs, 61 degrees here at Wallops, 65 degrees in Baltimore. And overnight last night, temperatures generally running in the 40s and 50s throughout the region, 49 degrees, the overnight low temperature in Baltimore. Over the last 24 hours, we saw a trace of precipitation being reported here at the station, and we also saw trace amounts at both Norfolk and Richmond. As of 9 a.m., we saw the temperatures generally running in the low 50s throughout the region, up to 54 degrees under cloudy skies here at Wallops. Also saw some light rain being reported as of 9 a.m. at Langley Air Force Base and at Newport News. That rain will be arriving here at Wallops within the next couple of hours. Looking at our sounding information from this morning's balloon release, the freezing level was at 9,000 feet. And our upper level wind data showing the winds generally out of a westerly direction at the 1,000-foot level, becoming northeasterly at 3,000 feet, and then back out of the west as we go up in height, keeping that westerly component all the way up to 25,000 feet, where we see a wind of 84 knots. Looking at our current surface analysis, you can see this large system that will be approaching the eastern United States over the course of the day today, bringing some rain showers to our region. We're going to see some fairly light winds throughout the day today, and that's going to change very quickly after midnight tonight as that area of low pressure reaches the coast and really bombs out off the northeastern United States overnight tonight into the day tomorrow, bringing some very strong damaging winds to the entire mid-Atlantic and northeastern regions of the United States. Looking at our radar, currently seeing those showers pushing closer to our region again. Over the course of the next hour or two, you'll likely start to see some of those light rain showers falling and continuing through the late morning and afternoon hours. Satellite imagery showing pretty much the same story. Plenty of cloudiness in store for us today as that system approaches from the east. Not likely to see many breaks at all as the clouds move east as that big area of cloudiness approaches from the west this morning. Looking at our forecast maps for the next couple of days, you can see that frontal boundary with a couple of areas of low pressure. This area of low pressure that you see over the Midwest, that is the one that is going to really strengthen as it reaches the coastal sections of the Northeast later on tonight after midnight. And as it does so and pushes a little farther off the coast, we're going to see some very strong northwesterly winds after midnight tonight. Probably around 2 o'clock in the morning is when we'll go from seeing hardly any winds at all to very strong gusty northwesterly winds right around that 2 a.m. hour. So could see some winds up around 45 miles per hour overnight tonight, and even stronger winds tomorrow as that low pressure system continues to strengthen off the coast. As you see overnight tonight, that area of low pressure reaches the coastal sections and really starts to strengthen. You can see those tightly packed isobars over the region tomorrow morning, and we will be seeing some very gusty, potentially damaging winds throughout the day tomorrow, expecting those winds to reach around 55 to 60 miles per hour at times, with their peak gusts during the day on Friday. By Friday evening, you can see that area of low pressure slowly moving to the east, but will still be under some very strong windy conditions Friday night into early Saturday as that pressure gradient remains tight over our region. We will start to see the winds diminish slowly Friday night into the day on Saturday, so your strongest wind should be Friday afternoon, likely seeing again those gusts up around 55 to 60 miles per hour, but it really will be a pretty windy condition all day on Friday, with the potential for winds to be up around 55 miles per hour even by early tomorrow morning. Should go into Friday night into Saturday morning, likely seeing those winds continuing to gust around 40 to 45 miles per hour. And then during the day on Saturday, you'll slowly start to see a drop off in the winds, but will continue to be windy with those winds potentially up to 40 miles per hour or so during the day on Saturday. As you can see, high pressure builds in during the Saturday evening time frame, so really we're not expecting any kind of heavy rain event from this system at all. We'll see most of our rain occurring during the day on Friday, or excuse me, during the day on Thursday, and just see some light rain shower activity potentially on Friday, and may not see any shower activity at all on Saturday as this system pushes farther off the coast. So this is a this is a nor'easter, very strong, broad system out in the Atlantic, but it's not your typical nor'easter for us, as we'll see more of a northwest flow to our winds, and not the heavy rains that we oftentimes see from these nor'easters either. As a result of that northwesterly flow, we'll also make out better as far as the coastal flood issues go as well, looking at just some minor flooding potential during the day on Friday and Saturday during times of high tide occurring for the low-lying areas. So not expecting any big problems with flooding. Maybe about a foot of storm surge is all we're expecting right along the coastal sections here of the Delmarva, as this system brings us more of a northwesterly flow and keeps the major flooding risk off to our north around the New England coastal sections, especially up around Massachusetts, where they could see some of the severe flooding from this event. So taking a look at our next 24 hours in a little bit more detail, again, we'll see the likely rain showers occurring this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures maxing out around 56 degrees. And then late tonight, we'll start to see the showers begin to diminish, and we'll see mostly cloudy skies around midnight tonight, and then our winds really start to pick up around 2 o'clock in the morning, going from a southwesterly wind at 8 to 13 knots to a westerly wind at 20 to 25 knots, possibly gusting up to around 31 knots around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then by early tomorrow morning, between the hours of 4 and 8 o'clock, we'll see even stronger winds, potentially gusting up to 44 knots. So we go into Friday and Saturday, looking at the winds increasing even more during the day on Friday, looking at our max winds for the day on Friday up to around 55 to 60 miles per hour for those peak gusts. Sustained winds will likely be around 35 miles per hour at its strongest state during the day on Friday. So very windy day in store for us. Please prepare anything that you need done before the day is over today, as this will start overnight tonight. So any loose items that need securing, please do so before the day is over today, as it will be too late by early tomorrow morning. Friday night, we'll continue to see just a slight chance of some lingering rain showers. Any kind of shower activity we get Friday night into Saturday morning should be fairly light in nature. We'll see a low temperature of 37. Could see some snow mixing in to our north. I think we'll stay all rain here at Wallops with a low temperature of 37 degrees, but it will be a close call as far as whether we get any snow showers mixing in, but that should remain to our north, and if we do, we're not expecting any accumulation at all. As we go into the day on Saturday, mostly cloudy and continued windy conditions. Once again, we'll see a high of 50 with those winds gusting as high as 35 miles per hour during the day on Saturday. So for the next 7 days, we're going to be dealing with these windy conditions from tonight through the day on Saturday. Strongest winds will occur on Friday. Again, peak wind gusts potentially up to 55 to 60 miles per hour during the day on Friday. We'll see the winds slowly begin to die off during the day on Saturday, and especially on Sunday, but still will be breezy on Sunday. High temperature of 49 degrees, potentially seeing some winds gusting up to around 25 miles per hour on Sunday. So we start the work week next week, we'll see temperatures right around 50 degrees for daytime highs, overnight lows in the low to mid 30s, and our next system likely approaching the area Tuesday night into Wednesday. Right now looking like a rain event for us, with most of that rain occurring during the day on Wednesday. Well, that'll wrap it up for today's weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow morning with weather briefings at both 8:15 and at 10 a.m. Have a nice day.